Hi, I'm Merin and welcome back to my channel. If you're new to my channel, hi. So I usually post videos on travel, motivation and some lifestyle hacks. So if you like that kind of videos, do hit that subscribe button to be updated with my latest videos. Today in this video, I'm going to talk about how you can explore Jodhpur in one day. That's right. Jodhpur is a big city, but there are multiple places that you can cover in a day's time, and if you have some time constraint, then definitely this video is for you. I'm sharing a full itinerary of the entire trip that I had in one day, and you too can explore it. Also, I'll also be sharing how we managed to save our time during the day to make sure we visit these places in full-fledged, like without really missing out anything about it. So let's get started. Visited the largest residential palace in the world, that is Umaid Bhawan Palace. We then went to the old Jodhpur city, and keep in mind that not more than a three-wheeler can enter these lanes. Jaswant Thada is a cenote built in memory of the king Jaswant Singh. It also is a cremation ground for all royals. We then made our way to the famous Fort Mehrangarh of Jodhpur. Covering Mehrangarh Fort, we left for some tea and snacks at a rooftop restaurant which had a beautiful view. Quickly, we left for sunset at Kaylana Lake, where even boating is available. We then returned to the main city to see the Ghar, and also we visited some local markets at the Sardar market. So that was a full itinerary in a glance of what all places I covered during my stay in Jodhpur. So in order to save time, these are some of the things that I did. You too can follow it so that you cover most of the places without missing out anything. So the first place we went to was Umaid Bhawan Palace, and it is one of the biggest residential palaces in the world. By that, what we mean to say is that many people are residing right now. It has 347 rooms, so you can imagine how huge it is. So sadly, most of the palace is not open to tourists. There's a small museum that you can visit. They also have old vehicles like these vintage cars in display. So that also takes some time that you can visit, like for 15 minutes, and around 45 minutes is what I would suggest for you to take your time out for Umaid Bhawan, because unless and until you're visiting Taj for say a chai or coffee or some lunch, you're not really going to see much of the palace. However, if you wish to do that, you can think about it and spend some time accordingly. From there, we then went to the old city of Jodhpur. So keep in mind that four-wheelers cannot navigate through old Jodhpur city because the lanes are very small. Even the three-wheelers like the tuk-tuk take quite some effort to actually navigate through the roads. So if you plan on booking Ola or Uber or any of those vehicle taxi providers, you may have to get off at, I think, Ghar, which is the main hub to enter the Jodhpur old city. And then from there you'll have to either walk or take a tuk-tuk or rickshaw or whatever you call it. So we went to old Jodhpur City, and from there we went to Jaswant Thada. So Jaswant Thada is a cenotaph built for the king Jaswant Singh by his son. So usually earlier, before that particular Jaswant Thada was built, all the other cenotaphs of old ancestors were buried in Mandor Garden. So that is also a tourist hub that you can visit. We skipped it because we didn't have much time and we just wanted to visit the top places in one day. If you are staying for longer, you should definitely check Mandor Garden as well. So after you visit Jaswant Thada, which almost looks like a mini Taj Mahal, and the locals also say that the queen built it for the king in a way, like remembering him. And so that's a nice story. So you do find out if you can get a guide there too, and really know the stories behind each of those wonderful places inside. So right next to it, there's also a lake. You can get nice shots over there. And from there, walking distance is Mehrangarh Fort. Now, Mehrangarh Fort is the only fort in India that has an elevator. So, if you have people who are aged or you have a problem in walking, this is a nightmare that has been solved for you, because you can directly take the elevator and go up. Since we were running short of time, we anyway took the elevator so that we don't really miss out on anything in a day's time. So you too can do it. It costs around 50 rupees extra just to use the elevator, but it is worth it. And overall, around 3 hours is what it's going to take for you to cover the entire Mehrangarh Fort, and has beautiful mahals inside, and they also have exhibitions selling a lot of handicrafts items and things like that. So do take a lot of time for Mehrangarh, because it's going to be a little time consuming. I would also suggest take the guide, because an official guide is going to help you navigate through the fort really quickly, and you will save a lot of time there. Also, you will enjoy each and every important historical story that he is going to or she is going to tell you. So once you finish Mehrangarh Fort, you can move to Kaylana Lake, which is kind of out of the city a bit. It takes almost like 45 minutes from there to reach Kaylana. But Kaylana is so beautiful. I would really suggest, if you can, do make it, because it's beautiful to see it. You also have boating option that shuts at 6:30, so try and visit it before 6:30. Kaylana has a lot of locals also visiting, because it's a common hangout spot, so it's usually very crowded. So keep that in mind when you're visiting Kaylana Lake. After Kaylana Lake, we headed back to the old Jodhpur city, because we were staying inside old Jodhpur city. We checked out the Ghanta, Ghar and the Sardar market, and while you're visiting Sardar market, don't forget to get yourself some Bandhani cloth. So Bandhani is a very traditional cloth that is sold in most parts of Rajasthan, but I found Jodhpur to be most reasonable for the material, because they really work. I think majority of it is really sold from Jodhpur. And if you're not sure what is Bandhani, this is I have something to show you all. So it's actually a thread work. So what they do is, I think they paint, like they put droplets of a design and they tie it really tight with thread work, and then they open it up, and this is the kind of design that comes out of it. So this is a cloth stole, like Bandhani stole, that costed me around 150 bucks. So in Jodhpur, I think if you go for something that is like a bigger material, like for a traditional kurti or a sari, it should start at the range of 350 bucks for a cotton material. So as in like if you go silk, then it will be pricier. So you can think about it and get something like this really pretty, either for you, your mom or anyone. So yeah, so this is what I would suggest to cover in Jodhpur the first day. I hope you have as much fun as I did in Jodhpur, and do like this video if you liked it, and if you found it useful, do share it with your friends and family. Subscribe to my channel to get weekly updates.